Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me here today as always. And it's a cloudy, cool day in St. Louis, Missouri today. Hope it's wonderful wherever you are in the world, as always. And today's topic is going to be a continuation of The Power is Within. You can pick up your copy on Amazon today. It's a good book. It will help you become more of what you desire to be if you just follow some simple instructions. Easy, no. Simple, yes. Nothing difficult, nothing complicated. You just have to take the action. So we are on location 317, I think. You see, I better check my book. I forgot to look before we started. We are on location. Where are we? 323. No. I am on the wrong page. And we are, 325. What's going on? I am confused here. Now that's 321. Are you willing? Here we are. 321. My mistake. Okay. It starts off like this. About belief. Are you willing to believe? Stop. Smash that like button and subscribe. And then we will continue. Just reach up there and click on that like button. Share this with a friend, and now we will go. You smash it? Of course you did. Okay. Are you willing to believe? I know you don't yet, or at the very least, you are skeptical. I'm still skeptical about certain things. Don't believe everything you read. Don't believe everything I say. Try it. Contempt before investigation keeps a man in everlasting ignorance. So, if you're not sure about something, try it. What works for me may not work for you. Everyone has a different path. I've read many books, tried many different things, many different meditations, visualizations. Find the one that works for you. But if you can use something that I'm giving you here, use it. Incorporate it into your routine. If you don't have a routine, use what I'm sharing with you to build a routine. Okay, I'm just asking you if you're willing to believe. Are you willing to believe? You can ask for the willingness to believe. There is only a very subtle difference between imagination and belief. Imagination creates the vision, but belief is the mechanism that carries it out. That's why you have to purge yourself from all those limiting emotional luggage pieces you've been carrying around. They short-circuit that belief. You can imagine whether you have them or not, but everything you imagine will just be something you chalk up to a pipe dream, a fairy tale. According to your faith, it is done to you, or it is done unto you, as it is quoted in the Bible. And once again, I'm not a religious guy. I use that book. I think it's a metaphysical or spiritual guidebook, textbook for the consciousness of man. I don't condone or condemn any religion. Whatever works for you. There are a lot of good things in religion, but sometimes man takes religion and uses it to control and dominate and actually kill people. So, but that's another topic. Here we go. But what the author means by faith is simply something that you hold in absolute belief. Something that is as real to you in your mind as it would be if it were before you. Something that you look forward to, not in hope, but in confidence. Act as if you already have it and it is yours. When is something a reality? When it's only in your mind, or when it's manifested in the outer world? I say it's a reality when you have the thought. Now, it may not manifest unless you hold that thought and make it a dominating thought in your life, something you think about daily. But then let it go. You're not worried or concerned if it will come to pass. You know that it will, because there is a power within you that you don't understand and I don't understand, but in ways you could never guess will bring these things to pass. What you fear or what you desire, both of those are magnets and will attract to you either one of them. Your fears are what you believe and what you want. It's up to you. What are you holding your focus on? What you don't want? It is so easy, and so many people, including myself, have been accustomed to speaking about what you don't want. Someone asks you, what do you want in a relationship? Well, I don't want someone who drinks. I don't want someone who smokes. I don't want someone who lies. No, I ask you, what do you want? I want someone who's honest. I want someone who lives life on life's terms. I want someone who works hard. I want someone who is giving. I want someone who is loving. I want someone who believes in himself or herself and believes in me. I want someone who encourages me. Think and speak about only what you desire. Don't be like the news. They only talk about the things that you really don't want to come into your life. Negativity sells. That's the headlines. Okay, here we go. In a moment, we're going to take a closer look at your beliefs. But for now, let's circle back to your baggage. And everybody has it. Some less, some more. What do you think we should do with all of that? Just leave it on the paper? That sounds good. You remember we wrote this baggage down. We wrote these things down. We got them out in front of us because they look real. They are real. They become a tangible reality when you write them down and they're not just circling around in your head. You might be thinking, I'm already feeling better after you've written these things down. I see things that are hindering me. Now all I have to do is put a little effort into letting go of them. Well, you're right about one thing. What you have to do does take only a little effort. It won't be easy, though. In fact, the more effort you exert once you've accepted these truths, the less you will accomplish. From that moment on, your biggest challenge is going to be simply getting the hell out of the way. I know, the opposite of what you've been taught from birth. Most of us have been drilled with, go out there and get yours and make it happen. If it's going to be, it's up to me. And there is a certain truth in that. Just like all half-truths or lies, the most powerful ones have some truth in them. Now, I'm not saying you can sit on your couch and wait for God to deliver you a check for $1 million, because it's probably not going to happen. Okay? Make it happen. Only you can. That's what people tell us. And if it's going to be, it's up to me. I just said that. Guess that's why I wrote it down. The cliches go on forever, and yet, what about the grind? Do one more push-up, one more setup. Yeah, I tried that too. It doesn't work, does it? I mean, even the few times people do achieve some great form of success, they usually end up being miserable. Was it Jim Carrey? Jim Carrey, the actor, said, Jim Carrey, I wish everybody could achieve the financial success that they wanted and realize that that's not it. It was something like that. That's not verbatim. He was the one that wrote the $10 million check and kept it in his billfold until he actually got a $10 million job acting. Okay, so they usually end up being miserable, finding out that it wasn't what they wanted in the first place. As he said, When you don't have it, you think that's the answer. But when you do have it, you realize that that's not the answer. And yet, you can have all the success you want without the misery. You only have to listen to the great teachers. Gandhi said, "Be the change you want to see in the world." What does that mean? Be the change. Be what you want to attract. Most people think that is an admonition to be kind or charitable or some other outward focused altruistic behavior. And it isn't not those things. But those things aren't the point. What Gandhi is pointing out is the power that comes from changing yourself. He's subtly hinting at the fact that an inner change is a creative power to change the world around you. Change your thinking, change your life, Wayne Dyer said. It all begins within me. Yes, if it's going to be, it is certainly up to me. But not that I'm going to force my will on people, places, situations. I'm going to force my will and use my will to change, a little fly in here, to change my thinking. And when I change my thinking, what's going on within my kingdom, within my mind, the outer world miraculously transforms itself to my dominant thought patterns. Foolishness, you say. Well, is it? I say that everything you have in your life today has been constructed or created by your dominant thinking patterns. You only need to look over your life objectively and think about what you had been thinking about during the times that whatever happened in your life happened. But most people don't do that. First thing, take the word blame out of your vocabulary and look back. Look back on your thoughts during the times you had success and during the times you had what seemed like failure or difficult times. You'll find out that what was going on in your mind manifested itself in the outer world. It takes time to be able to see that. And you, as I said, you have to be objective. You have to disregard outside happenings, circumstances, situations, and look within your mind to see how these things were created by your dominant thinking. Okay, I'll leave you to think about that today. Check out my website, marksinspiration.com, and have a great day.